technical communication. Before starting technical communication, I would like to throw some light on communication. Or what is communication? A communication word is taken from Latin language word communicare, which means to share information and views. So communication means to sharing our views and ideas between two or more than two people. Communication is expressing our ideas, our thoughts and emotions to other people. So what can be the process of communication? The process of communication includes 6 steps. The first one, sender have an idea. Then he encodes the idea. After encoding the idea, the sender transmits the message. After transmitting the message, the receiver gets that message. After getting the message, the receiver decodes that message. And after decoding the message, he gives a feedback for that message. So this is the process of communication. First of all, sender have an idea in his mind. Then he encodes this idea. Then he transmits this message to receiver. Then your receiver gets the message. Then he decodes that message and then he gives a feedback for that message. After the process of the communication, now we come to the types of the communication. Mainly, communication has 2 types, verbal and non-verbal. Verbal communication. First of all, take verbal communication. The verbal communication is the communication in which we use words. The communication which is based upon the words is called verbal communication. Further, you can divide the verbal communication into 2 parts, oral and written. The communication in which we use the words in a written form, that is your written communication. And the communication in which we talk orally, that is your oral communication. Then the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is the communication in which we never use words. In fact, this communication is based upon the gestures, expressions and the eye contacts. So this type of communication is based upon the body language. So verbal communication has 2 types, oral and written, and non-verbal has no further types. After this, now come to the technical communication. The technical communication is a part of the verbal communication. Clear? And it is oral as well as written also. So first of all, what is a technical communication? Technical communication is the transmission of facts, figures and ideas of all sorts of scientific and technical information from one individual to another individual. It means all the scientific and the technical information is transmitted from one person to another person. Your communication is the transfer or the sharing of information. It can be the general information, but your technical communication is the sharing of technical communication or scientific communication. Then what can be the purpose of the technical communication? Why we need the technical communication? As we all know that it is a world of globalized, we are living in the global world. Okay? Then today we need, there is a use of technology a lot in the day-to-day work also. So we need technical communication to some specific works. Like to work in an organization, you can see the technical communication is the life of the organizational life. What happens in the offices, in the organizations, all the work is based upon your technical communication. So what can be the purpose of this technical communication? Mainly it has 3 purposes. First is to inform. Second is to instruct. And the third one is to persuade. So what happened? The first function or first purpose of this communication is to inform. It means the writer of the communication have to inform the receiver that what he wants to say. For example, if there is a new product in the market, so it's the first duty of the writer that he have to inform about that product. Then second point, to instruct. Then the second duty of the writer is to instruct the users. So that, for example, you can take, there is a new medicine in the market, and the new medical practitioners are given instructions to use that medicine. I mean, how they have to use that medicine. So instructions are given to them. And third one is to persuade. It means they have to convince the receiver, or they have convinced the audience with their idea, what they exactly wants to say. So these are the main three purposes of the technical communication. Now what can be the technical writing? Technical writing is a part which any work people do as a part of their job, or it can be a practical writing. Any work which you do in the writing, that is your technical writing. Now what can be the types of technical writing? Again, we can divide technical writing into two parts, oral and written. Firstly, if these parts are written, firstly we write some parts like reports, presentations and articles and proposals, and after that we present them orally. So it includes both the types, oral as well as written. Now what are the main general types of this technical communication? It includes notices. First point is notices. Second, meeting agenda. The third point is minutes. The fourth point is memos, or you can say memorandum. After this, you have some more points also, like circular, reports, technical proposal, and technical article, and last one is thesis and dissertation. So these are the types of technical communication. First comes to the notice. What is a notice? Notice is a written information of the date, day and time and venue of a meeting. These are meant for to decide the venue and the date, time of the meeting, and these are given to the entitled people before a few days of the meeting. And one more thing, the agenda of any meeting will be attached with this notice. Then what can be the agenda? Agenda is the mid portion of any document. Agenda is the list of the topics which you have to discuss in the meeting, like what you have to do in the meeting, what topics you have to discuss today. That thing decides by your agenda. And don't forget that a good agenda serves as a guide for the participants as well as the other peoples also. Then next point is minutes. Minutes are the written record of the meeting. What happens after your meeting is over? Then the team leader have to write some written records, and these records are called minutes. In the minutes, these minutes includes the decisions which are taken in the meeting as well as the methods which are adopted during the meeting. So minutes are the faithful written record of the procedure of any meeting. Then the next one is memorandum. Memorandum is a short, or you can say brief piece of communication which is used in the offices in an organization. But it is used only in the organization, not out of the organization. And its main purpose is what? To exchange daily and day-to-day information among the organization's people. After that, next point comes to the circular. A circular is also a brief piece of communication. It's mainly promoted to new ideas and new products in the market. For example, like if there is a new product is launched by any company, then they will give a circular to tell the features of that product. And the next topic is your reports. Reports are the narrative form of this technical written communication, and these are based on the facts. Means your reports are only based on the facts. Means there is no assumption. No, there is only the fact are the major thing in your reports, and the reports give the accurate things, means accurate results. Then after this, technical proposals. A proposal is an idea or plan which we present before someone to convince that person with our ideas. Means if I give any proposals, so my intention will be clear that I want to convince the audience with my proposals. So if I want to convince or if I want to give any idea, so it can be suggestive plan. So technical proposal is a suggestive plan for any idea which I want to approve by the audience. Then technical article. Technical article is meant for the specific audience. Mainly technical articles are meant for a specific purpose and for a specific audience and to provide specific information. It means in general people cannot understand these types of articles. For these things you need a specific audience which can understand these things clearly. And one more thing, these are meant for the specific topic. I mean the topic which will be discussed in these articles, that will be also specific, that cannot be a general topic. Then the last one is thesis and the dissertation. Again these are also the formal written communication, these are also the part of the technical written communication. The thesis and dissertation are the parts which are written or which are prepared after a survey or a research in a particular thing. Okay. When we make any research or any survey about related to any particular thing, then we give the conclusion with our views, and whatever we write there, that will be based upon that research and survey which we have already done. So these are the main types of the technical communication. Now next point comes, what can be the features of a technical writing. So if we talk about the features of the technical writing, firstly we will include the use of simple and clear words, use of familiar and simple words. When we are going to prepare any technical document, we need to use familiar and simple words. What will happen if we don't use these type of words? Our document will be made difficult. It will be not understandable easily by the audience. So we have to use the familiar and the simple words so that everyone can easily understand our document. Then second, use of clear sentences. It means there should be no ambiguity. Your sentences will be clear so that the audience could get the main idea of your document. So you have to use the clear sentences. Then the third point is the sentences should be moderate in length. Your sentences should be moderate in length. It means when we prepare any document, our sentence should be not too long to understand and not too short. What will happen if you use the long sentences, your whole discussion will be, your whole document will be massive. It means it will be not, the audience cannot get the proper idea what he wants to say. So sentences should not be long. Now on the other hand, it should not be too short that the audience may be confused what you want to say. So it should be in a moderate length. Then the next point you can include, avoid unnecessary phrases. You should be careful while writing a technical document, and you should remember that you should not use unnecessary words and phrases during the technical communication. What will happen? It will make your document more difficult to understand the audience. Then you should avoid the inaccurate data. Next point is avoid inaccurate data, or you can say expressions. Whatever you write in your document, in technical document, that should be accurate. Okay, there should be no mistakes in that document. So you need to be very careful that you don't add there inaccurate expressions or words. Then the last point can be the logical division of the paragraphs. The logical divisions of paragraph. While preparing any document, you need to be careful and you need to divide your entire document into paragraph. But these paragraphs should be logical, not illogical. Means you have to give the paragraphs in a logical form. First of all, you want to add the title, then title, the one paragraph, then the features, the second paragraph, characteristics, the third paragraph. Means your division of the paragraph should be logical. It should not be illogical. So now these are the features of the technical communication. Now we had discussed the communication, its purposes and its features. So after doing this, after see this document, after see this presentation, you all have to come to know that what is technical communication and why we need. Because I have already told you, technology plays a very vital role in our life, in our day-to-day life. So technical communication is necessary for any organization, for every organization. Without the technical writing or without these things, then any organization cannot work smoothly. So these are the very base or very unit of the every organization. So technical writing is compulsory, or it is a need of it is a need of day-to-day society. So one should be perfect in technical communication, technical written communication, because it gives us the path of the global collaboration. Means it attacks us to the world, day-to-day world, and we can update it to the world only through this technical written communication.